Week 16 and nothing like some NFC East divisional matchups as the New York Giants fly up to Philly to take on the Eagles, who are coming off I'll say, shocking Monday Night Football loss to the Seattle Seahawks. Borderline buzzer beater. It was honestly just a great pass by Drew Lock and a great, an even better catch by Jackson Smith and Jigba. But at the end of the day, though, it is interesting just to see this Philadelphia team just seem to struggle offensively with all the weapons that they have and not too much turnover from last year. So I'm looking forward to kind of hearing your opinions on everything. The Giants here coming in now. Season is officially done. They're not officially eliminated from the playoffs, but if we're being completely honest, they're sitting at 5-9, and they're 2 games back from the 7th seed. So probably all but done, especially too if the Rams win this Thursday night. But also want to break down a little bit of some potential things we think that they could do in the offseason. But let's start out with the Eagles here real quick before we get into our predictions. Ryan, what do you think is going on with the Eagles? I was watching the game. They seem to be running the ball completely fine, but then there seem to be some struggles in the passing game at times. It was just weird. It was just random. They'd had a good flow, and then they would just stall out, and then there were some errors. What do you think is going on here with the Eagles?
I think they're just out of rhythm. I mean, Shane Steichen, I think, maybe got not as much credit as he deserved, I think, by Eagles fans after they lost him. And I think everybody just kind of expected this offense to go right back to normal. And really, we've never seen them this season as efficient as they were last year. We've seen glimpses of it, and I think it's like they've still shown the big play potential, but the in and out of downs has been or in and out of every down has just not been nearly as smooth, or they haven't been as effective as often from week 1 to now. And that was one thing I thought that they were pretty they had started to turn the corner here, but then it kind of in the Dallas game, we saw the 3 turnovers there, and that just kind of kept them from getting anything going. And then against Seattle on Monday night, I felt like they were controlling the game, and Seattle didn't really have any answers. And then all of a sudden, Philadelphia just couldn't do anything. And they just completely fell out of rhythm. They had no more oomph behind their offensive punches. And it's just an interesting dynamic there. And kind of, I think it's a good example of what it's like when you lose a really good offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was thinking about too. Is I thought the play calls were just interesting, and it's something maybe I'm definitely looking forward to watching the game. So I want to take a deeper look at it if there is, if that might be the trend. Because last year I just don't remember. It just seemed like every drive there was just a potential that it was going to be a 10. You just knew it was going to be at least 10 plays, and they were going to go down and score a touchdown, or at least get into the red zone and have an easy field goal. And that's where there seems to be some disconnect here with this offense. And they are going to be going up against a Giants defense that isn't horrible. They could potentially cause some disruption for this team. And also, too, it's a division rivalry going up into Philadelphia. Anything can really happen in this game. So watching that, it wasn't Jalen Hurts' best game. And it's funny seeing all these people like how he's a systems quarterback or anything like that. Jalen Hurts is still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Sometimes you have down games. Sometimes you just have a couple down weeks. Go look at Jared Goff. I would say Jared Goff's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but I would definitely say he is up there. And he had a couple bad weeks in a row, and then before you know it, on week 15, Saturday night, he's putting up 5 touchdowns against this Broncos defense, which has started to be heralded for how well they've been playing for the past couple months, which is why they won 6 out of 7 games in a row. So maybe it's just this little lull. But even then, too, going back then, their last win was that Bills game, and that was even 1-2. They came back and won, but there was just weird errors, and Jake Elliott had to make that 59-yard field goal in the rain, an amazing
to send it to overtime, right?
Send it to overtime. And then 49ers, Cowboys, I could kind of see that coming. Seahawks won, though. That's where it is head scratching a little bit. You definitely want to watch this game a little more closely to see what the play calling is like, what's the overall rhythm. Because there's definitely some overall frustration that's building up here. So Giants, real quick, Tommy DeVito.
Your mic's cracking again, just so you know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Tommy DeVito and the Giants looking to just keep on rolling, just keep trying to find some sort of rhythm, kind of building the 2024 season. Technically keep their playoff hopes alive, but they're probably going to be eliminated this week no matter what happens here. We were just debating a little bit in the when it comes to the offseason. I'm really looking forward to the season recap. Real quick before we get into predictions here, what do you think the Giants are going to address first with their first overall pick? Because their offensive line is atrocious. I actually think that they lead the league in sacks allowed. Let me just
but they have like 71.
76. Closest team is the New York Jets at 61. So
yeah,
it's not even close, really. So 76, holy cow, through 14 games. I mean, that's 28, 42, 56, 70. So that's five. That's 5 times. Five, averaging about 5.5 sacks per game.
Yeah.
If I'm doing my math correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really bad.
That's horrible. I mean, that's what's the most amount of sacks allowed here? Well, while you give me your take, I'm going to look that up.
I think it's interesting because I think the Giants' offense is similar to New England in the sense that like they just have no playmakers on the outside, and teams just don't respect their weapons. And so like they're playing with 8 in the box. They're playing downhill every single play, and it just doesn't matter. Like because even like these wide receivers can't beat man coverage. They don't have the good enough quarterback play to beat these corners quickly enough for success. And I just think they're struggling with that. So I could see them going offensive line, but I also could see them investing a premium asset into one of the top 3 wide receivers there in either Malik Neighbors or Rome Odunze, just kind of depending on who they like better. So they could go a few different ways. Daniel Jones, he only has guaranteed money through next year, but I still just don't know why I don't see them going quarterback.
Well, it's similar to the Commanders here, too. The Commanders now that benching Sam Howell in the fourth quarter, and then Jacoby Brissett going down and scoring a touchdown fairly easily with that offense is now starting all the conversation. And to me, it's almost like there's so much that team needs, especially offensively, that it's like I feel like you don't want to go get a new shiny toy and then have it break. And so, real quickly, the most sacked team, ironically, actually, was the 1986 Philadelphia Eagles with 104. The New York Giants are already third on that all-time list at 76, 2 sacks behind the 1997 Arizona Cardinals. So they will most definitely – and there's still 3 games left. Yeah, there's still 3 games left to go. So with 180 minutes left to play, not including overtime, 28 sack they need 28 sacks. So let's just say 30. So they need to average a sack every 6 minutes to break that record. If they're trying to get to 30 sacks, so to say.
They do play Philly twice, I believe.
Yeah, they do. Philly then actually. We might be able to break it. Oh, I really want to root that. And Philadelphia has 39 sacks on the season so far.
I feel like that's about average, actually.
Yeah.
So
should we even go into? I mean, I think everybody.
No, Philly's going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, like Philly's the better team. We haven't even really talked about them, but they've lost 3 straight games. This is definitely a get right game. I think they come in and win like 34-10, and just absolutely wreck the Giants
with 9 sacks. Now,
yeah,
I'm on sack watch now. I want to see that record be broken.
They need 30 sacks in 3 games.
So now I just did the math. Actually, to tie it, they need 28, so 29 sacks. So I just did 30 to make the math simpler.
Oh, okay.
With game minutes left that they have to have played. So 180 minutes, they get 30 sacks. They need to average a sack every 6 minutes. Or they have to get sacked on average every 6 minutes of gameplay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think they can do it. So
I'm rooting for it now.
All right.
Holy cow. Eagles team got sacked 104 times in 1986. Holy cow, in 16 games. I wonder if they made the playoffs that year.
No. All right. Well, before we get a little bit even more off topic, let's go ahead and wrap up this video here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Tyler and I, we have a unique goal of getting to 2,333 subscribers. I know that's a weird number, but that it would put us at 2,000 subscribers in a calendar year. So if you could help us reach that goal, that would be very much appreciated. While you're down there, go ahead and leave a comment on who you think is going to come out ahead in this matchup. Let's just say, how much do you think the Eagles are going to win by? Because I think the Giants have no chance. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. And other than that, we will see you guys next time.